restore ourselves. So we've asked Edy Greenblatt, and she's here, today to talk to us about how to restore ourselves.
This is the real model. Work and non-work are on one continuum, and restoration and depletion are on a second dimension. So the goal is not to play with work and non-work. The goal is to maximize restoration and minimize depletion in whatever domain. So what you want to do is you want to get really good at diagnosing what for you is personally restorative and what for you is personally depleting. First thing I need you to do is I want you to walk around the room and I want you to high five or high 10 at least 5 people. Go. Stop moving. Okay, face me. So if we can change your, what I call personal resources, your energy, your personal, your physical, your cognitive, your social, your emotional resources, in that shorter period of time, it means there's probably a lot that you can do personally to be able to help raise your energy levels.
Work's not depleting.
Work's not always depleting.
Non-work is not always restorative.
For example, how is non-work not always restorative? Huh? Children? What? Children? In-laws? House to clean? Chores? Vacations? Spouse? Fiancés?
Okay, well we had several topics and I labeled them, one in reflection and one in action. So in order to increase happiness or reflect upon happiness, we came up with about 8 items. We could have received more, but we ran out of time. The first one to reflect is think of happy experiences. And we all had a moment, and I'm sure we were all thinking of those happy memories. One of the action is to capture happy memories on pictures, particularly after a vacation, or you want to capture an event or a wedding, and then to really make sure that you display that so that you can reflect and capture that happy moment.
Well, the first thing that made us happy was that there was another happiness table.
Yay!
But we actually approached it a little differently. We started thinking about what we remembered about happiness research and some of the aspects that, first of all, there's a kind of an inherent or genetic component, but beyond that, as we thought about what we remembered, which is things like fulfilling work, fulfilling hobbies, connections and relationships, and communing with nature, we found it a little difficult to see whether happiness caused restoration or restoration caused happiness, and to see some of the differences. So we sort of felt that an awful lot of the things that were listed here as restorers and we've talked about as restorers would also help us in terms of achieving what could be called happiness.
Right, so you identified that it's a positive cycle. Work always supported society and made it better for human existence, right? We do things that make lives better, and it's recently that work has become so depleting that people's lives are harmed by it. They go home, they're too tired to take care of their family members or to do the right thing or to not drink, or they're wrapping their cars around trees because they're busy screaming on the cell phone at someone they shouldn't be, right? So work does not have to be structured to be as depleting as it is. And so that's the idea. So the more you go do this, the more you lead by example, because you are leaders in this community, really. And you forget that because you're so busy doing that you may forget that what you do everybody looks at. But since society changed and got more complex, applying it got difficult because things changed, okay? So this isn't brain surgery. Any brain surgeons here? Okay. This is about work, but it's not, right? It's about bringing your whole self to work in a way that helps everyone.
We're going to take all of this back to everybody in our departments, okay, all of our staff, all of our doctors, so that they all feel engaged.